Hi. um, this video is primarily for Facebook, for my Facebook friends. And for some of you, this might be entirely shocking or even disappointing. And for others of you, it's going to be no big deal at all. So this is a confession. Many of you have been following my journey on Facebook towards wellness. I've been working out with my trainer 4 days a week. I've been going to the gym 6 days a week. I've been doing yoga and boxing and running and swimming and weightlifting. And I've tried so hard to be disciplined, I don't just want to be thin. I want to be strong and healthy, and I want to, I've said this before, I want to climb mountains, and I want to ride rides, and I want to play on playgrounds, and I want to go on hikes, and I want to fully live. That's really important to me. I feel a little emotional about this whole thing, so I'm sorry. I've been posting all these workout, going to the gym posts, and people have been amazing and encouraging and liking them. And then earlier this week, I posted a before and after picture of a gala that I went to in March when I was in a size 26, and another gala that I went to on my trip to Phoenix, and I was in a size 18 and I had lost 70 pounds. And I had like over 350 likes, which is amazing. It was so encouraging to me and such a blessing to me just to feel like people were rooting for me and believing in me and wishing the best. And I've gotten emails and messages from people who have said that I have encouraged them or I have motivated them to go back to the gym, and I love that. I love that. So I want to tell you a little about this journey. I was overweight for most of my life. I was overweight in high school. I was like a size 14 or 16, which felt really, really overweight back then. And then I went away to college, and I'm going to get personal here. When I was first away at college at Ohio State, I went to a party and I drank too much, and I passed out and I was raped, and it was awful. It was really awful, and I didn't have coping skills, and so I started to eat more to comfort myself and to protect myself, and because I was bored. And that first year, between like 18 and 19, I think I gained like 100 pounds. And so I was I was like 250 pounds when I was 19. And I moved to Minnesota, and I got involved in a church that I loved, and I started dating this boy that people told me not to date. And he was really abusive. He was really, he became physically abusive, but first he was really, really mentally and emotionally abusive. And he would say things like, nobody is ever going to love you the way that I love you, or no one else is ever going to put up with you, or, you're really fat and you're lucky that I choose you, or I wish you looked more like this other girl, or I'm embarrassed to be with you. And I just took all that in, and I really believed it, and it became my truth. And I felt really horrible about myself, and I believed all those lies. I believed that I was hard to love. He would say that all the time. You're really hard to love. And I believed that I was really unattractive, and I just believed his lies, and they became my truths. And that went on for a long time, and it's a really complicated story. but one of the things that happened is we broke up, and I got a restraining order against him. And then he came to my house and he raped me. And it was the second time that this has happened in my life. And it's the worst thing that ever happened to me, because I kept thinking in my head, I cannot do this. I cannot handle this. This is the one thing that I cannot handle. And in my head, all the bad coping skills that I had had up until then were happening, and I was saying, it's fine, this is fine, I just don't have to tell anyone, I can just pretend that this is fine. But it really wasn't fine. And after that, I went to the hospital, and when you were at the hospital, they assigned you a counselor. This is really personal. So I went to this counselor, and I started to really work on me, and I was working on the lies that I was believing, and I was working on seeing myself the way God made me, and dealing with some of my past hurt and past emotions. And so I started to really heal physically or emotionally. And I moved back to Minnesota again, and this is real fast forward, I met my amazing, wonderful, could not be more amazing husband, and he really loved me, and we built this life together, and we got married, and it was amazing. It is amazing. But I loved him so much, and I was changing so much on the inside that I started to really want the outside to match how I was feeling on the inside. I'm sorry, I have no idea why this is so emotional. So I wanted the outside to match how I was feeling on the inside. And so I had tried a bunch of diets, and people had walked through me with that. And I had tried Weight Watchers and Prism, and I had done all of these things, and I had had this moderate success, but nothing was long-term and lasting. And then I started to have some health issues, and some of them were because of my weight, and they weren't serious health issues, but I could see that my body could not sustain. I had been over 250 pounds for years and years and years, from the time I was 18 to the time I was 35, and I had been 275 pounds forever. And I went to the doctor, and I weighed in at 346 pounds, which is a lot. That's a lot of weight. And so they have classifications of weight, and they classify you as obese or morbid obese, something else, and then there's super obese, which is what I was, which I keep joking about, because if morbid obesity is so fat that you're going to die, I don't know, super obese is so fat you're going to explode and turn into a supernova or something. And I felt out of control. I really felt out of control, and I didn't want to live that way anymore. I have an amazing marriage. I have an amazing career. I have an amazing ministry. I have friends who really love me. I have a great relationship with my family, and I did not want to be a 346-pound woman anymore. And so I talked to my doctor a lot about it, and I talked to my husband about it and my best friends, and I investigated, and on May 11th, I had weight loss surgery. So that is the big revelation for those of you who don't know. Between March and May, I had to lose 30 pounds before they would do the surgery because I was so big. And so I lost 30 pounds between March and May 1st, or May 11th. I had my surgery on May 11th, which was just over 8 weeks ago, and I've lost an additional 40 pounds since then. And I was going to not tell anybody or tell people somewhere down the road, or I don't know what I was going to do. But it's so important to me to be a person of integrity, and And I so appreciate that you have said that I am a role model or I'm encouraging to you. And I, probably much to the dismay of my mom, I am a girl who likes to put all my cards on the table. And so this is who I am. And you can be encouraged by that, and you can still see this as something that's really motivating and encouraging to you, or you cannot. I think that I've been somewhat ashamed because I think people view weight loss surgery as the easy way out. They think like even magazines say, oh, she lost all this weight and she did it without surgery. And or they say that on TV shows. And I want to tell you that weight loss surgery is not the easy way out. Like, it's not your first option. And it's hard to say. I was so out of control, and my weight was so out of control that the best way to take care of it was a major surgery. It's hard to say that, but I don't want to be ashamed of that. I don't want to be embarrassed by that, because I am making I'm making choices to be healthy and to be strong and to be vivacious, and surgery is just a tool in my wheelhouse. I'm going to the gym and I'm seeing my doctor and seeing a nutritionist and eating so healthy and making wise choices, and so I don't want to feel guilty every time someone says, you look great, what do you do? And I pretend like I'm Star Jones and I have no idea. So, that is my journey thus far. I have made a YouTube channel that I have amazing, fun subscribers, people who I've never met before, who watch my videos and say that they are encouraging. And I really appreciate that, because I watched other people's videos before I made this decision. So that's my confession. That's where I came from. That's how I got here. And I'm just doing everything that I can to be the best me. Like, I just want to be the best me, and I feel empowered, and I feel strong, and I feel like I will feel better about people's comments if people know exactly where I'm going from. So I'm really, once people know, I'm really open. So if you have questions about what it's like, please email me, or what I eat now, or what my life is like now. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I make YouTube videos about things. And I've had these I rode a roller coaster, and I went on an airplane, and I didn't have to use a seatbelt extender, and I put on a size 18 ball gown, and I felt beautiful. I felt like $1,000,000, and not because I had surgery, or just because I feel like I'm making good, strong, healthy decisions. So now I'm just rambling. I say this at the end of a lot of my videos, but I'll say it in this one too. Thank you so much for rooting for me, and for cheering for me, and for believing in me. And I really could not do it without your support. And for my friends and my family who have been on this journey with me, and who have walked alongside me as I had surgery, and who sent me cards, and who kept my secret safe. I love you so much, and I am so thankful for you, and I could not do this without your love and support. You make me strong, and you make me brave, and I love you. So that's all I got.